Okay, so in this video we're going to kind of troubleshoot if there's any right hand problems, okay? So the basic proper right hand positioning is like so. So you want your hand, right hand, to have a pretty natural arc like this, right, with your thumb out, not in, but out, okay? And after you have this kind of position, what you want to do is you want to place this on the guitar. On a classical guitar, you want to be where the rosette is, right here. But on a scale string, you can be more towards the sound hole, right in the middle of the sound hole. That seems to have the best sound, okay? So what you want to do is you want to put your thumb on the bass string, the fourth string, then your I finger, M finger, A finger, like so. Okay? Now what you don't want to do is you don't want to have your fingers parallel with the strings. So what you want to do is you want to kind of angle your fingers kind of like 45 degrees, like so. So when you're plucking, you're actually plucking at an angle, not parallel, perpendicular to the strings. So you're actually kind of plucking at an angle. This way you actually get the best sound. Okay, so with my fingers naturally arch, like so. Okay, this is kind of the position you want. Another thing you notice is when it comes to the wrist, alright, make sure that your wrist isn't caving in towards the the soundboard. Okay, so this is no good. So if you notice that you have to move the wrist like this, then you're getting out of position. Alright, which means you have to lower your wrist a little bit. So ideally what you want is to have this knuckle kind of perpendicular to the string that you're holding over. Okay? So, again, the way we pluck is we want to follow through. So with the I finger, for example, you get a better angle for you. So with the I finger, I fall through all the way like that. So what you don't want to do is just like little fall throughs. Now the reason why I do that is because you don't want to move from this knuckle, you want to move from the base. So that's why you want to fall through. Alright, you're actually moving more from this knuckle. You want big motions like that, like this. Sorry about that. Okay, so what if you run into some troubles? Like for example, what if when you pluck, you hit another string? So for example, with the A finger, let's say you bump into the next string. Why does that happen? Well, if you notice that if your fingers are bumping the next string, that probably means that your wrist, it has to be lowered to do that. Alright? Then that's no good. You want your wrist more out, so lower your hand. Now when you lower your hand, your fingers have more space. Your fingers have more space to freely pluck. So when you do free strokes like this, you want your wrist a little bit lower, okay? Not too low, like this, but just low enough to where you have enough space. So when you practice, you're gonna have to find the right medium. Okay. Now, what if you notice that you're kind of like pulling on the string like this? Well, what happened? That's probably due to your finger. Okay. There's might be several reasons, but one is that you're not moving from this knuckle, but you're plucking from this joint right here. So do that. You're doing this. That's no good. You wanna move from this knuckle. So even if this knuckle is moving, right? You're essentially coming at it from this joint right here. So when you fall through like that, actually moving from this knuckle. Now another other reason that could be is that if you actually are too much, you actually lower your hand too much. Now there's a possibility of doing that. And you want to do that. That can also do the same thing. But again, you want to just find that happy medium, okay, where you have enough space to pluck freely, not bumping into another string. Okay. So again, once your hands curved or your fingers curved like so, want your thumb out, want your hand angled, the fingers angled not parallel but at an angle about 45 degrees, alright, and your wrist, alright, isn't caved in like so. This is the kind of right hand position you want.